If your Instagram marketing has you frustrated or disheartened for whatever reason, I wanted to share 5 easy things you can do right now to start to improve it. My first tip is to start conversations. Rather than sitting there fretting about your reach and engagement, go and do something proactive about it. Go and start conversations in comments, in DMs. After all, conversation, that is engagement on Instagram. Now, one of the best ways to start natural, normal, organic conversations on Instagram is by using Instagram stories wisely. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to create a personal Instagram story that features an everyday experience that most people can relate to. For example, creating a day in the life Instagram story that starts off by talking about your favorite coffee order that kickstarts the rest of your day. So what you could do is you could open up your Instagram story, you could start your Instagram story with a photo of you or a photo of your location, and you could say, today I'm going to bring you along with me for a typical day in the life. When you decide to do this is up to you. It could be an admin day. It could be when you go to a coffee shop to conduct some client calls or to work on a presentation. It could be a day where there's lots of things going on. It's up to you. But pick a day where there is something within that day that lots of people can relate to. So you're going to start with that photo of you or your location, and you're going to open up and tell people what to expect. Then in the second slide, so the second photo or video, you will capture your coffee, or maybe you'll take a photo of your local coffee shop. And you will say something like, I'm trying to decide which coffee order I make today. And then you have a poll sticker. Do I go with oat cappuccino or decaf latte? Now, this is such a great topic to choose and a poll to get people to vote on because it's really minimal barrier to entry. And what I mean by that is asking people to make a decision about a coffee order is really easy and it doesn't take a lot of thinking. Compare that to asking people something about the future of their career or making a business decision or thinking about some element of their business that they should optimize. All of those things require more thought, obviously, but asking people to help you decide about a coffee order or decide what your workout is going to be for that day or decide what you should make for lunch and giving people the option to choose between A or B, such a great easy way to get people involved. Now, what is going to happen is people are going to vote either oat cappuccino or decaf latte. And once you have got a nice amount of votes on that Instagram story sticker, you are going to go through later in the day and respond to all of those people. So everybody that said oat cappuccino, you might say something like, that is my favorite order. How did you know that is what I went with? How has your day been? Something like that. And with everyone that said decaf latte, if that wasn't the one you went with, you could say, I probably should have gone with that because I am wired right now. How has your day been? So you can see with both responses, you replied to people with a question. You followed up. Such a great way to start a conversation. It's not sleazy, it's not slimy. You're not asking people immediately then about how you can help them. You're not selling them anything. You are just using it as an opener to start conversations with people. Not everyone will respond to your message, but a lot of people will. So give it a go. It's a great way to start conversations with people. The second thing that you can do is put time in your diary to plan your next 2 weeks worth of Instagram content. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to pause this video, open up your phone or your paper planner, and I want you to find a day in the time in the next week or two. Give yourself a couple of hours and put that time, commit that time to your diary because that is the time that you are going to plan your content. The reason that this is one of the best ways to improve your relationship with Instagram is because having distance between you and the content you are publishing, it gives you that distance you need to have a healthy relationship with Instagram. The majority of business owners are stuck in a really unhealthy relationship with Instagram because they are stuck in a cycle of posting one post at a time. So they will think of an idea and then they will craft the caption, design the graphic or find the photo or make the reel, then find the hashtags, edit the caption, All of that they will do one day at a time, every other day or a few times a week. And that collectively is a really inefficient use of time and energy. And it also means that you're really emotionally invested in every single piece of content you publish because you've spent so much time putting every single one of those together. Break that habit right now by committing time to your diary to go and just plan 2 weeks worth of ideas out. I promise you this is the best way to improve your relationship with Instagram and actually to get long-term results on the platform. If you want to know how to plan content, 2 weeks of content, fast, effectively and repeatedly, I have actually just made a new SKILLSHARE class, which I will link to in the description box below. You can sign up to 2 months worth of premium SKILLSHARE access, and that will give you access to my new class. It's only 25 minutes long and it will show you exactly how you can plan 2 weeks worth of Instagram content sustainably and effectively again and again and again. The next thing that you can do is review your insights. So this is also obviously really going to help with that content planning session, that idea planning session that you've just committed to your diary. Going into that session, knowing about what content your audience loves and conversely, what content they just don't seem to be resonating with at the moment, that is going to give you inspiration for content to plan for the next couple of weeks. Because the point with Instagram marketing is not that you need to reinvent the wheel all the time. It's about doing more of what is already working. So go into your insights, go into content you shared, and have a look at the posts and the reels that you have been creating over the last month or two. And I would say filter them by post interactions and the last 3 months. So you can do this with post interactions and you can do this with reels interactions. The two are slightly different depending on whether you're looking at typical grid content or your reels content. Filter by those 2 metrics over the last 3 months and make a note of common trends. So with your posts, what type of post format seems to be doing the best? Is it carousels that seem to be doing really well? Is it photos of you that seem to be doing really well? And what is the topic that seems to be doing really well? Take all of those learnings. Don't forget to have a look at the captions as well and see where you can tweak those ideas and bring them to life in new ways. Same goes with your reels. Have a look at your reels interactions over the last 3 months or 6 months and do more of what's working. Plan ideas for reels that are based on what's already working. So it might be that your really short reels, your 5-second reels have done really well. It might be that when you speak face to camera, those reels do really well. Conversely, it might be when you have trending audio, that type of reel does really well. Whatever those learnings are, whatever insights and lessons you can take from your already published content, take those insights and bring them with you into your future content planning session. The 4th thing you can do is analyze the competition. Now I say this with caution because I do not want you to get sucked into an hour-long stint of looking at what other people are doing and then falling into an intense void of comparisonitis, which is horrible. I don't want you to do that. It's not effective, it's not productive. But what you should do every now and then is just do a little bit of competitive analysis. If you know that you will get sucked into a scroll hole, put a timer on, let's say 20 minutes, and go and look at your best performing competitors, 2 or 3 of them that you know do really well on Instagram. Their content always gets really good engagement. I'm not talking about followers, I'm talking about the competitors with really good engagement rates. Now this isn't so that you will copy what they're doing, but it's so that you get a bit of inspiration and you also get a better understanding or an updated understanding of what is working for them and therefore what is already resonating with your audience. It might show you that actually carousel posts seem to be something that a lot of your competitors are doing and they're working really well and you haven't done any carousel posts before, so maybe that's something you think about incorporating into your strategy. It might be that you see that a certain topic is really chiming with your followers. Whatever it is, you can see how your competitors are doing things and what seems to be working and what doesn't seem to be working so that you can take inspiration for your content moving forwards. And it will show you where the standards are, where the bar is so that you can go and raise that bar with your content. And last but not least, try something new. Sharing strategic content is essential to long-term growth on Instagram. but so is experimenting. Every now and then you do want to try something new. It will make things exciting for your audience, it will give them that variety that they're looking for, and it will help you engage with them in new ways, and it will keep things exciting for you as well. So if you've never gone live before, why don't you take some time today just to brainstorm some ideas for short, snappy lives that you could create over the next few weeks. If you've never created carousel posts before, why not think of some ways that you could incorporate them into your strategy? They could be carousels of mini trainings if you're a service provider, or they could be carousel posts featuring your products styled or worn different ways. It could even be as simple as mixing up the way that you approach your caption writing. Maybe you've got stuck in a bit of a cycle of writing really short captions of 1 or 2 lines, and maybe it's about spinning it on its head and actually mixing it up by writing longer captions where you dive into topics in a bit more detail. There's always ways that you can approach things a little bit differently. It's not about jumping on the bandwagon of every new trend that comes along, because that is unsustainable and it isn't the secret to success on Instagram. But occasional experimentation is a great way to shake up how you've been doing things with Instagram and on Instagram, and give you a bit of reinvigoration and rejuvenation to improve your relationship with the platform and with your followers as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell button so you never miss a new video when it drops to this channel every single Friday. And just before you go, don't forget to check out these 2 lovely videos here. This is usually what I only give to my one-on-one clients, so you are very lucky. Or this video here, which is all about my best tips for going live confidently on Instagram. I will see you next week for a brand new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.